I just thought of a great idea for my next writing challenge. This is how it's gonna work. I'm going to use ChatGPT to generate the first line and the last line of a story. The twist, though, is this. I'm going to ask it to make sure that the first line and the last line do not make sense together. And it is going to be my job to make them connect. Here are the lines that were generated by ChatGPT. So let's get to writing. Okay, here are the final results. The moon shone brightly as the cow jumped over it. I hadn't a clue where I was, nor how I had managed to get there. This world was not like any world I remember living in. As cow after cow continued to take their turns, jumping over the moon, I sat up. I looked around. They were rolling hills made up of multiple colors. And I do mean that the rolling hills were quite literally rolling, or at least the grass that covered them was rolling. Like a treadmill, the grass rolled away and came back, rolled away and came back. There were many more animals in addition to the cows, including lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. They were not behaving, though, like the animals and tigers and bears that I was familiar with. They were all sitting around a table, consuming plates of raw meat and chasing them down with steins of brown ale. And they were all talking with one another, joking, laughing, though the language they spoke did not sound like any language I had ever before heard. I seemed to be the only human in the place, and it seemed like none of them had yet to notice me. So I did not stand up. Instead, I got into a low crouching position and made my way to the nearest building in the distance. In it, I found a car. The car looked like it hadn't been driven in years, maybe even decades, maybe longer. The wheels were flat, the windows smashed, the mirrors covered in cobwebs, on which a spider lay back, smoking a cigarette. I looked at it, and it looked at me, and then we both agreed to look away. I opened the hood of the car and discovered that, unlike the rest of the car, it was clean. The brake fluid was completely filled, along with the coolant. The engine seemed in perfectly working condition. The battery was brand new. I pulled the dipstick out to check the oil. It was covered in a red substance. I wiped the substance away on my shirt, dipped the dipstick back in, and pulled it out. The red substance again appeared, and it indicated that the oil was full. I smelled the substance. It was the first familiar thing I had detected since my arrival in this strange place. It was ketchup. That's odd, I muttered. It was then that I noticed inside the car, the keys were sitting on the passenger seat. I opened the door and got in. I grabbed the keys and put them in the ignition. The car turned on just fine. No issues at all. I pressed the gas and drove through the open door, out into the field, where I could still see the moon and the cows that jumped over it. And that's how I discovered that ketchup can be used as a substitute for motor oil. Nailed it.